welcome to my channel. Well, this video is going to be released early to the members only, and then it'll be released to everyone else. So usually, but they get to view it 24 hours early, before everyone else. And that's just one of the perks of the membership. The main thing that I have the membership for is to get a knife so that other people, so that I can review it and then give it away. But what we have here is another fantastic knife sent by Toby and family. And this is the Kudu. Now they make a Kudu Light that doesn't have the locking mechanism. I like this, even though it's kind of like funky looking. The other one is just a slip joint. It's exactly like this, but just a slip joint. Alright, so you got a blade length of 4 1/4 inches. The steel is 5CR15 MOV. The weight is 2.7 ounces. It's got a thin blade stock of 2 millimeter, and it has Zytex, so a 5 3/4 inch. So you've got a nice, pretty long blade that's light. It's lightweight and everything. Now, the original knife. This is based off a knife from that was originally made in Germany in the 1900s. And they exported it to their German colonies in Africa. And then the tooling was purchased by a company called All Round Tooling in 1988, and they moved all their production to Africa, where it was a workman's knife mostly, but it also started being used by the criminal element. And the ones from Africa were different from these in that the locking mechanism didn't work that well, and the steel was pretty soft and everything. So these guys, the criminals, would carry it, half open in their back pocket and stuff like that. And I think the reason why they went with a slip joint like this is because I've seen some people reviewing this knife, and they close it improperly. A ring knife, if you hold it like this and you go to close it, you're risking getting your hand cut. So one of the easiest ways is just put your finger in the ring right here and push, and it starts it. You can also put it like this and pull up on it, but as long as you keep your fingers out of that path, because now it has a ratchety mechanism on it. And this Kudu is, it's an antelope in Africa, and you've got the little twisty horns, that spiral out, and they can go about, like 45 miles an hour or something, so they're pretty fast. It's got a stylized, version of one run along here. Nice texture to it. It's a Zytel. It's light, like I said, lightweight, but you've got a lot of blade here. And, the people that complain about blade steels, all right? One thing I would say is put a particular knife that you're complaining about. Let's say it's 5CR15 MOV. And you think it's not that good or whatever. Put it to use. Use it. Yeah, it's not going to hold an edge forever, but unless you're working in some farm or industrial type stuff, I doubt you're going to dull it throughout your day. I seriously doubt that. Most people are going to carry a knife and use it very little. Alright, I haven't touched this one. This is how it comes out of the box. I mean, that's the difference about this Cold Steel one. Now, Cold Steel used to be made in Taiwan, and now they're saying China on here. So I don't know if this has been moved to China, or if they've just given up and just declaring Taiwan now part of China to not offend the Chinese government for some reason. But it's a nice blade shape. Yeah, it doesn't have a pocket clip on it, but this will sit in your back pocket easily, and it'll do everything you need it to do. And Cold Steel, this lock is not going to move. It's basically like a back lock. If you had this lever here, if you had a depression moved out, and you could push this down, this would be basically like a backlog. But I like it. It's got that little ratchety, you know, it's got these gear-like mechanism on it, and they stop, you know, at each one. But then when it locks in solid. No blade play up or down, side to side. I mean, this is a nice, inexpensive knife. I think they're around $10. I'll have to check the price. They used to be around $10. But yeah, pretty cool. Now I have another Hobo Armor can that I'm working on, but it's a huge one. That's made out of basically the same material. This is not aluminum. Look at all those stabs. We can check out. This is the best place to stab is over here with less stabbings going on. But this is just basically, it's like spiral cardboard, like a cardboard tube. That's why I call it advanced Hobo Armor. Now you'd really have to test it if it was a real, you know, steel one. All right, so we're locked in place, and we're just gonna check its puncture stabbing ability. I'm gonna go about 6 inches away. And, oh man, I was just looking through the lens, and I didn't even know I went at an angle on this. All right, let me get in here and look at the can itself. All right, it stopped it on that one. I got it sideways. Let me try it again. Stopped it. Stopped it. I have to push a little bit. Once it goes, it does a pretty good job. So it's kind of like 50-50. This tip could probably be more refined but it's a clip point. And yeah, it's not too bad. It's not. I gotta do one more. Oh yeah, there we go. That one went almost up to there. Stab you up to the kudu. So yeah, just know how to close these things. You know, when you get them, and they're gonna usually take 2 hands. Ow! You know, that pinched me right there. When this came down, my finger was over like here, and it pinched the. It's better than grabbing you. But yeah, there you go. That's the Kudu, not the Kudu Light. And let's see, we got a little bit of time. So this is a mil-spec hat. All right. One of the differences, you see that's double stitched there on the seam, and these vents right here are a finer mesh. All right, I'm just comparing it to, you know, see how the mesh is bigger over here, and then the seam is just a single stitch. This material feels floppier, you know, and everything, whereas this material feels more solid and will take a form a little bit better. And of course it has the, you know, the real label inside it. So there you go, made in USA, 50/50, ripstop, mil-spec, and you know, it just tells you about. Do not remove this label, damn it. This one also fits a little bit loose on the head, you know, so I guess the other one that I had, I just wore it in. It just eventually, I don't remember washing it, but I've probably been through 1 or 2 rainstorms with it. So that's the difference between genuine and reproduction. Reproduction can make whatever they want, and mil-spec has to follow mil. Ooh, he got knocked over by the kudu. Goofy, you're just taking too many blows to the head. We're gonna have to get him one of those little safety helmets on there. A bike helmet for Goofy. Well, you don't have to worry about this one flying out, because it's a slow one here, Goofy. This one just comes out slowly. It can still knock you over. Alright, well, let's look at the blade length before we get too carried away. 4-inch cutting edge. And like 4 1/4 overall if you go all the way up to the bolster there. Says this should be like 5 and something. The handles, yeah, about like 5 3/4 inches. So you're gonna have plenty of handle. You're gonna have plenty of room. And just remember how to close your kudu, or the kudu will get you. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.